I was doing everything right. Or at least, I thought I was. I was tracking every calorie, hitting the gym 5 days a week, and basically running myself into the ground. But I was stuck. Completely. I wasn't getting stronger. My body wasn't changing, and my frustration was just through the roof. I was on that hamster wheel of eat less, train more, and it was leading me straight to burnout. It wasn't until I stopped obsessing over calories in, calories out, and started learning about the powerful chemical messengers inside my own body that everything started to click. I realized I wasn't just fighting a battle against calories. I was working with a complex system, and I didn't even know the rules. In this video, I'm going to show you how understanding 3 key hormones, cortisol, testosterone, and growth hormone, can help you finally break through that fitness plateau, build the body you want, and see the results you've been working so hard for. This isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. First up is the hormone that can single-handedly sabotage your progress if it gets out of whack. Cortisol. You've probably heard it called the stress hormone, stakes. When you're in a high-stakes situation, your adrenal glands release it. It's part of your fight-or-flight response, and in short bursts, it's a lifesaver. It helps get energy to your muscles and sharpens your focus. But here's the catch. Your body doesn't really know the difference between being chased by a lion and the stress from a demanding job, a terrible night's sleep, and this is the key part for us, an overly aggressive diet and excessive exercise. When you're chronically stressed, your cortisol levels can stay elevated. And that can be a recipe for disaster. Chronically high cortisol can encourage your body to do the exact opposite of what you want. It's associated with storing more visceral fat, especially around your stomach. It can even tell your body to break down hard-earned muscle tissue for energy. It messes with your recovery, can suppress other important hormones, and may even hurt your insulin sensitivity. If you feel exhausted, puffy, and find you're stuck despite doing everything right, chronically elevated cortisol might be a contributing factor. So, how do we get it under control? For years, my philosophy was more is more cardio, longer gym sessions, push until you have nothing left. But this approach can keep your cortisol levels chronically high. The real hack is to shift your focus to training that builds you up. And your most powerful tool for this is resistance training. A solid foundation of 3 to 4 days of strength training, focusing on big compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and presses, provides a powerful stimulus for muscle growth. While all intense exercise acutely raises cortisol, it's the chronic high-volume under-recovered training that becomes a problem. So, keep those high-intensity sessions short and sharp, not long and grueling. Most of us think relaxing is scrolling on the couch, but that doesn't do much to actively lower stress. You need to engage your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest system. The science here is encouraging. Studies show that practices like deep breathing exercises, meditation, and even a simple 20-minute walk in nature can help lower markers of stress, including cortisol. You can't out-train a body that's drowning in stress. Schedule your recovery with the same seriousness you schedule your workouts. It's not an add-on, it's essential. A huge prolonged calorie deficit is a massive stressor. If you're constantly under-eating, your body can ramp up cortisol production because it thinks a famine is coming. This is a big reason people hit a wall and actually start to feel worse when they diet too aggressively. You need to give your body enough fuel. Focus on a balanced diet of whole foods. Getting plenty of fiber from fruits and vegetables supports good gut health and blood sugar control, which is part of a healthy hormonal environment. And don't be afraid of healthy fats and adequate protein. Eating to support your body is way more effective than just trying to starve a number on a scale. The second hormone we need to get on our side is testosterone. And ladies, don't click away. This is just as critical for you as it is for men. While men have more, testosterone is vital for women's health, helping with muscle maintenance, bone density, and energy. For everyone, testosterone is a primary anabolic, or building hormone. It signals our body to build new muscle, get stronger, and helps with fat metabolism. When your testosterone levels are in a healthy range, you feel driven, strong, and resilient. But just like cortisol, our lifestyle choices can either help or hinder its production. Chronic stress, overtraining, not enough sleep, and poor nutrition are all enemies of healthy testosterone. So, let's talk about how to get this powerful hormone working for you. So, if you want to naturally support testosterone production, you have to give your body a good reason. One of the most powerful training signals for an acute testosterone response is heavy resistance training, especially with big, compound movements. Exercises that use a ton of muscle at once, think squats, deadlifts, and bench presses, create a significant hormonal signal. The stress of lifting something heavy tells your body it needs to get stronger, and testosterone is a key messenger for that adaptation. If your workouts are mostly light weights and machines, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. Prioritize getting strong. This might be the most important hack of them all, and it's the one most people blow off. Your body produces a significant amount of testosterone while you sleep. If you are consistently getting less than 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, you are shortchanging your hormonal health. One study showed that just 1 week of sleeping 5 hours per night significantly decreased daytime testosterone levels in healthy young men. Thing about that. You can have a perfect diet and training plan, but if your sleep is a mess, your hormones won't be optimized. Create a consistent sleep schedule. Make your room as dark and cool as possible, and try to get off screens an hour before bed. Treat sleep like it's part of your program, because it is. Your body needs raw materials to produce hormones. Testosterone, for example, is synthesized from cholesterol. While your body can make its own cholesterol, this is why extremely low-fat diets can sometimes be an issue for hormonal health. You want to consume plenty of healthy fats from sources like avocados, olive oil, and nuts. Plus, certain micronutrients are key players. Zinc, found in beef and beans, and magnesium, found in spinach and almonds, are both important for supporting healthy testosterone levels. A varied whole food diet gives your body what it needs to build a strong hormonal foundation. The final piece of our hormonal puzzle is human growth hormone, or HGH. People sometimes call it the fountain of youth hormone, but a better way to think of it is as your body's master repair hormone. Released by the pituitary gland, HGH is central to muscle repair, building lean tissue, and metabolizing body fat. When HGH is optimized, your recovery is better, and your body gets more efficient at using fat for fuel. And just like the others, its release is heavily influenced by our lifestyle. While cortisol can become problematic with excessive duration, growth hormone loves intensity. Both high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, and intense resistance training are powerful triggers for HGH release. Short-term metabolic stress from pushing yourself hard sends a strong signal to release HGH to help with all the repair and recovery that needs to happen after your workout. This is another reason why structuring your workouts around intense effort is so effective. It sends a potent anabolic signal. Are you sensing a theme here? Just like with testosterone, the most significant release of growth hormone happens during deep sleep. Specifically, a large HGH pulse typically occurs during the first few hours of sleep, in what's called slow-wave sleep. If your sleep is shallow or constantly interrupted, you're missing this critical window for your body to repair itself. All those sleep tips we talked about, a dark, cool room, and a consistent schedule are doubly important for maximizing your HGH release. This is a more advanced hack, but it's interesting. The release of growth hormone can be blunted by high levels of insulin, which is the hormone released when you eat carbs. So, the theory is that eating a very large high-carb meal right before bed could potentially dampen that natural HGH pulse that happens overnight. While the overall impact of this may be modest compared to getting enough sleep in the first place. If you're looking to optimize everything, try finishing your last meal 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. This allows your insulin levels to settle, which may create a better environment for that nighttime GH release. So, there you have it. Cortisol, the progress killer. Testosterone, the architect. And growth hormone, the overnight repair crew. The real magic happens when you understand that these three don't work in a vacuum. They're in a constant, delicate dance. When you learn to manage your total stress load, which helps manage cortisol through smarter training, active recovery, and proper fueling, you create an environment where testosterone and growth hormone can do their jobs more effectively. Suddenly, your body can shift from a state of being constantly broken down to a state of building up. Now, to be crystal clear, none of this replaces the fundamentals. You still need progressive overload in your training, a solid nutrition plan with enough protein, and to manage your overall energy balance. But understanding this hormonal layer is what can help those fundamentals finally stick. It's about working with your body's powerful systems, not unknowingly working against them. You have the power to influence these systems every single day. What's the one hack you're going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want more content on how to train smarter and finally take control of your health, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.